Hey, Cyno. You're the current representative of Ibis. Can you call him up for a sec?
Of course. Just let me sense his presence. Just kidding. I can't sense him at all.
Jeez, Sethos. Did you set him up for that one? What are you, a two-man act?
Sorry, Ibis isn't like the Ibis King. He can possess me, but I can't talk to him whenever I want.
Oh, truly? Does that mean he's gone? I would have liked to reminisce about old times with him.
Ah, the cat! It speaks!
Of course it speaks. In fact, it is not an it at all. You do me a great offense.
My apologies. Esteemed cats, sir?
Oh, this little contraption is still here.
Contraption? No, this is Marak.
Which means you do his assistant a great offense.
Huh? Well, I didn't mean... Well, I apologize. I wasn't referring to this Marak, but rather the thing that operates it. King Deshret was quite partial to it. I have forgotten what it was called. It must have had an official name, albeit in the old tongue. Even if I did remember, I would need to translate it into modern language. It's not important. Marak's a fine name. Even better than the original, if you ask me. Who thought of it? And the remodeling, quite well done indeed. This Marak looks much happier in its current form. Oh, and the components should have model numbers written on them. You can look them up if you're curious.
This cat talks a lot.
Quite the one-sided conversation.
Is this what the Ibis King was like?
He seems quite eloquent. I wonder if he plays cards.
Ha! I knew Marak was a great name. Go me!
Let's see, what page was I on again? Should have brought a bookmark.
That all went over Paimon's head.
Hello indeed. For you to know my name. Yes, I was not mistaken. You are special among your companions. But you are all guests. It is only proper to invite you in. Come then, this way. Welcome to my humble abode.
Oh, your house sure is spacious, Lord Ibis King.
I fear it's not quite what it used to be. In fact, it has long ceased to be my home at all. It belongs to the descendants of the cats I once raised. Such adorable creatures, aren't they? Take the one I'm borrowing here, for instance. A chubby fellow with such lovely fur. Anyway, tradition dictates that a special guest such as yourself be presented with a gift. Alas, it's a first-come, first-served basis, you see. I fear with the passage of time, none are left.
What? So the treasure's gone already?
Treasure, you say? not an inaccurate description. Yes, and no. I have the power to grant gifts inaccessible to the masses. The only requirement is answering a question. Not a bad deal, yes? Of course, my questions were given unto me by King Deshret, who in turn received them from the Mistress of Flowers. There are 3 and no more. What causes our rise and fall? What obliterates love and hate? What determines truth and falsehood?
The more he talks, the less Paimon understands.
I see. That must mean Gudars and Makaira managed to answer 2 of the 3.
Another who understands.
Oh, so that's the event those 2 slabs are depicting.
Ah, priests and their records. A singular obsession, and quite boring too. After being imprisoned within Aru, I could, on occasion, take the form of a cat to converse with those around me. But I despised speaking to them. No conversational skills whatsoever. Now, humans like you who stumble in here from time to time, you are much more interesting.
Hold on, we're getting off topic again. The 3 questions you just mentioned? What are they for, exactly?
Ah, that is a story that begins with King Deshret.
And we're in for another long one.
Nostalgia for the past is common to us all, is it not? And our king, he was such a proud, solemn man in those days. He watched us speak of the present and the future, of the wisdom we possessed or were about to obtain. We were his proud retainers, confident in our belief that, so long as each one of us used our abilities to the fullest, progress was inevitable. Yet, King Deshret's ambition was not destined to be allowed in a closed-off world such as this. So nothing went as planned. In fact, from the beginning, there were signs an outcome of this nature was inevitable. Al-Ahmar would insist the Dendro Dragon Sovereign was one of us, but the dragon herself rejected that idea.
Huh. Like a card you can never seem to draw from your deck.
More like a card that was never in the deck to begin with.
Alas, that's just who Al-Ahmar was. There was nothing we could do about that. And I always preferred chess to cards. In the end, life grew unbearable for our king. But, of course, those who remain must continue to live on. But subjects like us were less fortunate. After all, the fate of a retainer is decided by the king, including the chance to walk away. So it was then that King Deshret had Kroko, Goti, and I locked up within Aru, where we remain to this day.
Krako.
Goti?
Ah, of course. You're more familiar with their full names. Sobek, the Crocodile King, and Hereshef, the Goat King. And let me tell you, when it comes to chess, Hereshef was a habitual backseat strategist, always spewing nonsense from the sidelines. Well, Sobek was all too quick to take his terrible advice, to the point where I was the one who got accused of cheating. Chess is an exercise in patience, and that man couldn't sit still to save his life. He could never excel at that game. In fact, neither of them were good at chess. Even so, we played together often, and since I was always the winner, we got along quite well. What are you laughing at? Were we not good friends?
No one's laughing. Paimon would never.
No, not you, it's Goti. He's laughing for no reason again. Can you not hear him? Ah, right, of course you can't. The two of them are inside Aru, as am I, so only I can hear them.
What is even going on here? Has he, started to lose it after being trapped for so long?
That does happen to prisoners serving life sentences.
Speaking of which, how's Azar doing these days?
I doubt he's doing much of anything.
Just what I wanted to hear.
What is the meaning of this? You doubt my words? I have half a mind to not talk at all.
Oh, no. They're not questioning you, Lord Ibis King, just discussing other things. Please, continue.
In that case, where were we?
Getting to the part about the 3 questions. Hopefully.
Ah yes, we're almost there. Before I entered Aru, King Deshret said I could be released from my eternal seal if I chose humans who could provide the correct answers to those 3 questions. The first person who caught my eye was Gudars. I asked him, "What causes our rise and fall?" He answered, "Conspiracy and betrayal, for it renders the righteous and wise unable to succeed, and thus nations fall." I found his answer quite interesting, so I bestowed upon him the power to deceive. The second human I chose was Makaira. I asked her, "What obliterates love and hate?" She said unto me, "I have nothing left to lose. Vengeance alone can quench both love and hate." I found this to be another fascinating response, so I granted her the power to be loved.
But both of them ended up...
Now then, young one, riddle me this. Did their answers point to this fate, or was it the power I bestowed upon them that determined their end?
I'm just an observer who doesn't understand their circumstances, so I can't answer.
A clever reply. I do not wish to comment either. It is all in the past at this point. My only wish was for their answers to be acknowledged by King Deshret's rules, and bring me one step closer to freedom. As for the final person, her fate remains to be seen, so I will not reveal her name. I asked her, "What determines truth and falsehood?" and found her answer quite compelling, so I bestowed upon her a gift to match. As you can see, however, I have not been freed, so it's clear the answer she gave at that time was wrong. But alas, 3 people were chosen and 3 questions were asked, so now all I can do is wait. Wait until her wisdom is in line with the rules set forth by my king. Until she has found the true answer to that question.
No wonder there was no 3rd stone slab then. Or perhaps you're just not ready to include her in the story. Though, that might be a generous interpretation.
Well, it's not merely because her story remains unfinished. As the remaining priests of this place left, or passed on, there were none left to record the events that followed. Besides, stone slabs are few and far between in the Great Red Sands. In the sprawling desert, very few things or people even manage to leave a trace. But sometimes I can't help but wonder, if that young man from several centuries ago had been willing to answer my question, would I have left Aru by now?
Wait, so there was someone else?
Of course, it has been thousands of years after all. All sorts of people have stumbled upon this place, but I only chose the special ones. That young man had such a singular intelligence, though his companion, by contrast, was rather average.
The author of those notes we found? The student named Zondik?
Ah, yes, I think that was his name. In truth, I was unsure whether I should grant him my 3rd remaining gift. He was, of course, exceedingly clever, but he was also mistrustful and narcissistic in equal measure, and there did not seem to be a line he was unwilling to cross. Too much power could be dangerous in the hands of someone like him, so I found myself rather relieved when he declined my gift.
Oh, he turned you down? Did he give a reason?
Yes. He said he didn't need it. I still remember the look in his eyes. Nothing stood out per se, and still I could sense contempt and disdain radiating from his gaze. I could not give an exact reason, but on instinct I just knew it would not end well to get close to a man like that. So, I tricked him. "Stick close to your companion," I said. "Only the descendants of Tulatula can come and go as they please. Leave him behind, and there is no escape for you."
So, does that mean his companion wasn't a descendant of Tulatula?
Oh no, that part was true. The lie was in the other half. Anyone can enter or exit this place. There are no restrictions. I saw that his companion was exhausted and was concerned Zandik might leave him behind, or worse, that some other accident might befall him. So I made up an excuse to prevent Zandik from going a step too far. Oh, and speaking of, Sandik's companion had the same blue hair and pointed ears as you.
Wait, does that mean Layla's also a descendant of Tulatula?
Indeed. When Hermanubis founded that city, he took in many who had nowhere else to go. Today their progeny are scattered to the four winds, and indeed are far more numerous than I could have imagined.
So the person you protected could have been my ancestor.
Yes, yes. You're very welcome for that.
Could I ask another question, Lord Ibis King?
Of course. I have nothing but time, I'm afraid.
Did you also save me and a man named Jur?
I did. You two were quite unlucky bumping into a device King Deshret once used to measure human brain power. That contact caused more knowledge than you could handle to flood into your minds. So I replaced that knowledge with simpler, repetitive information. Of course, the side effect being the same thought repeating over and over again in your mind, but that should resolve itself in time.
How many moons are there in the sky?
Yes, that was the phrase I used in your head. I forgot the other one, though. I believe it had something to do with food. Both were spur-of-the-moment decisions, so no need to dwell on the meaning too much.
Oh, I see. Thank you, Lord Ibis King.
As I said, young one, you are most welcome. If you're inclined to return the favor, perhaps you could turn off that device so no one else can trigger it? There's only so much a cat's paw can do, so I'm afraid this is something I must leave to you. Or Marak, I suppose. Oh, splendid! Another one bites the dust. Such is the fate of things here. Day by day, little by little, the remnants of ages past fade into obscurity. For that reason, the gifts of bygone eras, be they tied to your blood or technological in nature, are not to be revered. They are tools, nothing more. Disrespectful? I simply make the most of what I have. Besides, our king has been gone all these years. What good does it do to revere him now?
Oh, are you talking to the Goat King again?
No, Croco this time. He's pestering me for another game of chess. Says he wants to even the score. Wishful thinking, if you ask me. If we counted one push-up for every loss, he'd owe me 300,000 by now. Of course, that's just a rough estimate. I've never kept count.
It appears that's something you like. Being someone unable to be defeated.
I suppose so. All right then. Time for me to extend my winning streak, and for you all to head home. In truth, deep down, I know even the answers to those 3 questions will not change my fate. But that is for me to reckon with. Go on now.
Excuse me. Do you even know what time it is? I've harvested 3 crops of tomatoes while you've been gone.
You're exaggerating, Professor.
I'm making a point. There's a difference.
Sincerest apologies for keeping you waiting, Professor Cyrus.
See, that's what I call manners. Now, are any of you hurt?
Nope. It went way smoother than we expected, actually.
I presume the investigation is complete then. Come, tell me all about it. Oh my, did you luck out? If you've read the work from the Vahumana Dashan, you would know that the Ibis King has, well, let's call it a mixed record. Perhaps he softened up a bit in his old age, and that's why he chose to help you.
Or perhaps he just didn't have a good enough reason not to help us. See? Marak agrees.
How do you even know that's what Marak meant? That could have just been a happy noise.
In any case, there's a lot to be happy about. We figured out what happened to Layla and Jur, and there were some unexpected takeaways too.
Yeah, I never expected to learn about my ancestry. I've always thought of myself as just an ordinary student. I never would have even considered something like that could be true.
Come to think of it, our ancestors might even have been friends at some point.
Huh? You're right. Maybe I should take a trip back home to see if I can find any records about that.
Oh, I was just throwing that out there. I wouldn't want you to go to the trouble.
It's fine. My advisor gave me a break, and I still have a few days left, so... Oh, wait. My study topic. I haven't made any progress at all. No. I need to focus on that instead. Right.
Couldn't you help her, Professor?
Huh? No, I could never.
Me, you say? I'm from the Spatamar Darshan, and I don't think that Nephis or Zahahadi researched the stars. All I have to offer are my homegrown tomatoes. Although I suppose it's not impossible. I can ask a few old friends to recommend some interesting topics.
You really don't have to. It sounds like a lot of work.
Hardly. A few passing questions while we water the plants? It's no trouble at all.
Thank you so much.
Of course. Now it's getting late, and you all must be tired. Let's wrap things up here. Some say desert nights are the sun taking mercy on us after the heat of the day. So, let's leave while she still feels merciful.